Good evening, everybody. We're back again. GT Masters, GT3 Masters. Wow, it seems like, I don't know, last week we were doing this, but already we're back for Series 5 of the GT Masters Challenge here at RRLeagues. Today we're in the rather lush surroundings of Suzuka. Just watching Rick Binnersley there, crew chief at Megacorp Works driver. And that lovely diarrhea and spew coloured McLaren. Resplendent. We'll go through the deliveries in a minute just as we start to go into qualifying. Surprised to see any guys out on track at the moment in practice. For those of you that don't know the format, the GT3 Masters limited to tyre sets in the race. So if it's a 90-minute race such as tonight, they will be allowed 2 tyres to use for the whole of the weekend. So that's this practice session, qualifying and the race. And for those 2 races in the 6-race series where it's a 120-minute race, 3 tyre sets will be allowed. So not really much point going out in practice unless you're like Binno and just fancy going out for a slush puppy. But choice to use either both sets in qualifying to try and get yourself a good grid slot. Let's not embarrass Rick as he tries to park that McLaren. Let's go and watch Cody Schillinger out on track in the 911 GT3 there. So yeah, 6-race series. 4 races will be on 90 minutes and the 2 feature races 120 minutes. Tonight just a 90-minute race. Welcome to all the guys in chat. Magnus, I see you. Mr. Schmellegard, why aren't you racing? Why are you eating popcorn? I mean, I appreciate you are, but you should be in the car, man. You're good enough and quick enough. You should be handing it to these guys. Martine Kellens, I can see you there as well. I know Clive's watching as well. Anybody else that's in chat, give us a shout. Say hello. Free practice just about to come to an end. A bit of a warm-up time until we're going to qualify. That gives me just enough chance to go through the liveries and have a look, see if I've got a free cam skill. Here we go. Who's this? Well, that was my 1,400 quid phone that just broke on the floor. No, it didn't break, I'm lying. Let's got the pit lane. See David Dawes Bentley there. Also teaming up, you can see one of the Paradigm Shift team there, Jack Camaletto. With Radek Pavlicek as always in the Paradigm Shift team. Go up. See there the short velocity Aston Martin. Camel AMG goes through. Golf coloured McLaren just going through there. David Dawes' teammate just pulling out there. Another Golf McLaren. Whoa, free. Whoa, hello. I know what I'm doing. Honestly, I know what I'm doing. One driver, obviously. Let's see if we can swap to a different driver. That is going around. Anybody in the pits? Better. Sam Cocaine. Teammate of Ian Paskin for the TSR guys. You may have heard of those in the. There you go. Racing with those guys in the Community Challenge. So good to see those two having a pop out in the Golf liveried Ferrari. Oh god, that's going to be awkward, isn't it? It's a Golf Ferrari and there's a Golf. Was it a McLaren earlier? I don't know. Anyway, plenty of Golf colours out today. Golf getting their sponsorship in. One of the team 77 guys going out there. Simon Fillingham. And there goes Ralph Arella. I'm going to get those two mixed up. I've gone the wrong way around. And that's the end of that one. So we'll go back down the pit lane again. Some lovely efforts on liveries from the guys. Nice custom jobs from all of them. Should be very impressed with themselves. All very, very nice. Particularly nice job there. on that McLaren. Making the shadow team accents and just making our own little marks on it. Speed the camera up a little bit. Okay, there's a Camaletto waiting for a gap as they all go out for qualifying. Lovely faded gold and what do you call that? I don't know, you know, it's got no colour on it, you can see it, look at the accents in it as well. A little truck, no, he's just about to go out, isn't he? Track. Yep. But the detail that goes into it, you can see the textures involved in that is just superb. And finally, you can tell it's been a long time since I've used this sim. Here we go. On track with TSR guy at some cocaine. Oh, that's not a great start for him. At turn 2 there, or turn 1 into turn 2. Practicing all weekend, didn't really want to do that, and now he's in the way of one of the, it looks like that's Jim Britton behind him on a lap. Already Jim will be screwing. And Sam tries to get out of the way, he's not had a great time in that Ferrari, struggling round. Let's go and have a look at Ralph Rella, particularly because I just wanted to show you something on his liveries he's about to go round. Ralph, as you know, one of our most celebrated drivers, as you can see, in the yellow accented car, so I was right. You can see the stars on the a bit further on the sill there. 8 stars, just recognising his 8 victories, 8 series victories with RRLeagues. Again, detailing these cars is fantastic. You can see on the right hand side of the car there, you've got the European, oh my god, the Union Jack, and if we go to the other side, you'll see the Belgian flag. Yeah, for Ralph, who's German. He's going to kill me for that, isn't he? German. You know when you just need to shut up and carry on. Right, so that's that one. Fantastic, looks brilliant. There he is on board. See, time's on the left there. No one yet to lock a time in. 32 drivers on the grid, full grid, nice to see. This first race. Join us in 2 weeks' time if you enjoy this one. We're off to Spa-Francorchamps. There's a cracking race round there. See, the times are just starting to come in. You see Jim Britton there with that 3-second off the lead. That was stuck behind that Ferrari, so that'll be why. Nice there through 130R for Ralph. I know it's very loud on the you're in car. I hope you can hear me. I'm just going to put Ralph and he goes down the straight under the first. Under this one we'll get the time taken. Into 2 minutes he goes, a 2:08. Puts him a second just behind Cliff Bob. 2 cracking laps there. And I have seen him into the 6s and 5s just off the 2-minute flats, so expect some improvement there from those two. Bob again goes a little bit quicker there, he's just gone over the start finish line. Just gets half a tenth on Arella. See, the sun's starting to set. This is into the dusk here at Suzuka, so they will be driving through sunset and into not quite night time. You can see 5:06 PM for qualifying. Race start will be a little bit later than that. I'll drive into the night, or into the dusk, I think is fair to say. Who else out on track? Let's go and have a look. David Dorr in the Bentley in fourth, second off Bulk there. As you can see there, Sonia Alpha's put that BMW M4 up there into third position. Nice going from him. Half a second off Bulk and Arella. Evening, Martine. Thanks for the chat. Keep us busy tonight, keep me awake. I'm sure these boys will be knowing what they're doing. Up into P4 goes Jan Kilic, racing with RRLeagues for the first time, so welcome along, Effie. Good race, my friend. Up there in the Lexus 114. Nice to see Jan Kilic doing well. Another good addition, looks like, to the RRLeagues as the cameraman gets confused as they go over the bridge and under it. Well, it's just gone quicker, just quicker than Bulk there at the top in the Lexus. 0.04 of a second as Bulk is in the pits. Will he go out for one more opportunity, or is he quite happy to save that set of tyres, sit in the pits and follow Ralph, or go side by side with Ralph into turn one? We'll wait and see. Jan Kilic comes up the back straight, the hill to 130R. Slight lift as he goes through there on the curbs. Keeps it on the curbs on the exit as well. So easy to drift a little bit wide there if you try and carry too much speed. Through the chicane he goes, quick through there as well. There's Jan Kilic. Let's see where his time goes. Slightly quicker, 0.02 quicker. Keeps him in fourth position. Jan Kilic. Nice to see Daniel Badcock back racing with us. Welcome back, Dan. Obviously that ram I sent you is helping you go a little bit quicker. Nice to see. Nice KJN. Look at the graphics. I know we didn't look at that one in the pits, did we? That's beautiful. I thought it was a Castra one, to be fair, but that's a beautiful livery he's got on that Aston Martin there. Fade to grey, or fade to white, or fade to silver. He's in the pits. Nice performance from Dan Badcock on his return to RRLeagues. Well done, my friend. Crew chief himself, Jim Britton, sits down in 10th. He's in the pits and done. Boosted out Ian Paskin, TSR comrade. From the front bumper. You can see the pace going up here. Listen for the engine. Slight lift. Carry the curb. Oh, he's a bit away from the apex there. Gentle over the curbs. And this is an in lap. It is. So Paskin comes in. That's his drive done. Who's still out there? Pavlicek still going strong. Just behind him, Si Fillingham on track. Pavlicek currently down in 14th. Quicker than that, Radek, so we expect to see a little bit of improvement from him. Said that, where is Jack Camaretto? I can't see him in the timings. Yet to put a timer. Perhaps he's waiting for a bit of a gap in the track. Waiting for the track map. See how many cars are out there. Jack number 13. He's just going down towards Spoon, as you can see. So and not on a lap. That little grey dot means he is not live on a lap, so presumably warming his tyres up for this lap. Ahead of him it's car number 15. Let's go to that. Have to check through Spoon. He's warming his tyres up as well, so he's going to go for a last minute lap as well. So a few of them out there just looking for some space, obviously. Emil still up, joined RRLeagues today and straight into the BMW. Quick in practice as well from what I saw, so expect a good performance from Emil. Comes down across the line. He's on a lap as well, so lap at 2:03.5, that's not going to get him anywhere. So he's going around again. Let's go and pick up Jack Camaletto. There's a car there parked off to the side. And Camaletto's just popped up in 9th. So Camaletto gets his lap in. Still looking to improve. Finningham's still out there as well. Let's have a look at Cy Finningham. Arella's gone quicker still. Still can't break that 2-minute mark, but he's pulled out 4/10 now on Bulk, so Arella's work is done. Bulk is out again having another quick go, see if he can actually get that pole position, but Ralph really pushing the boundaries here. Finningham on the run down to Spoon. Both Arella and Bulk have pitted now. Horvath's still out there in 3rd place, still on laps. Alpha Door are in the pits. Kebig still going round, as is Finningham, as you can see. Everybody else in the pits apart from Pavlicek, who we saw warm his tyres up for this lap. Still at a Magyar, still trying to improve as well. Here is Finningham. Through 130R. Not really cracking the outside there to give him turning, so I'm wondering if Cy is see what time as he goes over the line. 2:13 puts him 6th position, so despite not taking that really wide line into the chicane to give him to turn in, very quick through there obviously, puts him in 6th, just off David Dorr there in 5th. And Team 77 finds himself 1 and 7 on the grid. Kebig still going round as well. Couldn't get the sponsorship deal in time for the race, so you can see car looking pretty plain there as Team Kebig go through its financial woes. Racing as a privateer. You'll be glad there's only 2 sets of tyres. In fact, Kebig has pulled up on the back. So that's his race done, or his qualifying done I should say. As you can see, nice row of exotic machinery there in the pits. Virtually everybody in the pits there. I think Jas Forsberg's still out there. Jas had a few hardware issues on the way to the race today, so he's just in this really is a shakedown session, and that's why he's just popped in 29th position there as he tries to get the setup of his car and indeed his hardware correct. I know his steering wheel was having some issues as well. So there we go. End of that session. Race session will start in 3 minutes or so. So that'll be a little quick warm up for them. Or not a warm up, a little warm down for them before they get on the grid. I suppose while we're doing that, we should be doing some admin really. While you've got time, if you don't mind, give us a thumbs up on the video, will you? You're much appreciated. Helps YouTube know that we are giving the kind of content they want us to have. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and give us a chance to get some more subscribers. Hopefully one day get monetised, depending on how YouTube view it. That would be really handy as well. You can see RRLeagues next Sunday. The GTO season continues. Round 2 from Brno. Classic race last time out around Daytona. A little bit more challenging this time at Brno. I say challenging, I mean Daytona was challenging enough, but that was for the big muscles. This one's going to be a little bit more of a road course and a bit more of a different challenge really for the guys for the GTO. So join us next Sunday for that. Be a cracking look. And don't forget, on Thursday we've got the quick fire series with the guys from TSR and RWB in race room, the TTRS Coalition Cup, again from Brno. So if you didn't know Brno beforehand, you'll certainly know it after this week. Those cars, I'm not even going to talk about my performance in those last Thursday. I raced quite well, but unfortunately my race etiquette was to be questioned. I ran out of fuel in race 1 and drive through in race 2, so that explains that one. But come and join us again for the TTRS on Thursday. That's all that over and done with. Session starts in 30 seconds time. See the guys on the grid, just forming up. Arella there in pole, in the yellow trimmed Lexus. On his right, David Dawes' teammate Cliff Bulk there in the Bentley. Blue and red colours with the green. In fact, let's just say it's got all colours, doesn't it? 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Here we go. So they'll have one formation lap. Off gently, but only one set of tyres. So don't really want to go out ragging it round here. The red will be kept to a certain pace. So start their formation lap. I want to give a look at some of the guys down this field who we have not looked at so far. Hussein Magyar. You can see him there in that cognizant coloured Aston Martin. I think there's cognizant sponsorship on it, but it's certainly Aston Martin colours. Very nice. Cody Schillinger, who we saw in practice, just go around in the rather, I don't know what you call that, Ghostbuster green snot, I don't know, but there we go. Very distinctive livery there. Cody just behind him. Timo Sis there in one of the Camel AMGs. That's a lovely clean livery there. Timo Sis racing with us again for the first time today, so good luck to Timo. Let's have a look at some of the new names I've not seen yet. Ayrton Torres. Actually, Ayrton Torres Senna. Genuinely, that's the guy's name. First though, Ayrton Torres in ACC. I feel like it's a burden to carry, but good luck to Ayrton today. Driving a McLaren, why wouldn't he be? And his left tuff there, you can see, in the Porsche. Again, racing for the first time with the RRLeagues today, so good luck to him. I'm going to merge your name, Petter. I'm just going to call you Petter. Ms. Heber, got that right? Shaber? My check isn't quite as good as it should be. But Petter racing with us for the first time today. Some common names there. Rick Binnersley, seen Rick before, good to see him on the grid today. Andre Bergsma as well, nice to see Andre back in the seat. And look at this, Andre Mole. Haven't seen Andre in a race car for some time. Fair play to Andre, back in the M4 today. It's been on 14th on the grid, so that's lovely to see. So we've seen Dan Badcock, another one of those ones who's been out for a while, back on the grid today, 12th position there. We're still up, we saw earlier, Camaletto and Pavlicek 9 and 10, not respectively. Pavlicek just ahead of his teammate there. Sanyo Alpha was 4th, again first time racing with us today. Up front, Horvath, the helicam. As you can see, the sun already gone down here. It is dark. We'll start to form up now into two trains. This film can drive straight through the back of Jan Kinic. Fortunately, cars are ghosted until they cross the line, I think, or at least until they can say go, so only sitting too close. Anyway, here we go. Come round the final corner. Arella leads Bulk Crowned. And Arella, Rob Horvath. Horvath just left himself a bit of a gap to Arella. Wait for the lights to go green. Be a constant 60 or 80k, I think it is, kilometres per hour, 50 miles an hour until the lights go green. That can't happen until Arella crosses the line, which he does now, and they go green straight away. So Arella's away. Horvath looking for room behind him, next to Bulk. Bulk goes around the outside, and him and Arella go side by side. Mirror glass aside there, the two of them are through. Arella's through into the lead, Bulk second, Horvath third. David Dorr there, challenging for fourth, or third rather. Lamborghini of Horvath in third. Dorr, I think, up to fourth. He is. So he'll start to go through. Pretty clean start, I think. Let's go back and have a look just to make sure. No instances in the back there. I think we're clean and through. Further back through the field, that all looks clean. Someone's gone off at the back there. So it was not Dan Badcock. Not sure who suffered at the back there. But a fairly clean start. Down the back of the field. Didn't expect to see there. No, I think that's a fairly clean start from all of them. Up front though, Arella is away from Bulk and Horvath. Dorr's there in fourth. Alpha's in fifth. A bit of a gap to Quebec in sixth, and a bit more of a gap then to Pavlicek and Camaletto. The two paradigm shift the Lamborghinis in seventh and eighth. Willingham's 9th, Jan Kilic is 10th, Jim Britton 11th, still a 12th. Badcock, Mole, Binnersley dropped down a little bit at the start. Bergs was 16th, he's lost a few places as well. And Sheba, Paskin, Magyar, Fischer, Toth, Forsberg and Torres. And the other guys down the back as well. Wicklander, Stanek, Rodriguez, Rude Dennis, Sis. Who's that near the back? Sakia's down there as well. He's had a bit of a nightmare start down there in the McLaren. At the back, Cliff Schillinger brings up the rear. But they're all on the start-finish straight, so no massive hard luck stories. Still out in the lead, Arella. The purple marker, a pink mark against Forsberg. Not sure if that's for. Session at best lap, I can't, well, not saying anything disrespectful, Jazz, but if that's on lap 1 or lap 2, well, it might be lap 1, yeah. How you cross the line. Arella just starting to extend here. Half door, Alpha, Kebig. Second and a half back to Pavlicek and Camaletto. Fillingham keeping him in close check, as is Jan Kilic. There's a gap back to Jim Britton, another second to Stiller. Badcock keeping him company. Let's go and have a look at those two. In fact, look at this, there's a bit of a train behind him, isn't there? So Stiller with Badcock, and then the 4 cars behind them, Mole, Binnersley, Bergsma and Najiba. Oh, somebody goes wide there in the Porsche, that was Najiba, I think. Yeah, he's lost a couple of spaces there. It's back behind the Ferrari. I presume that's, where's... No, Paskin's Ferrari just behind. So he's slotted to 17th place there. Bergsma in front, Paskin behind. So you all go through there. And in front, Arella still leads from Bulk. Varth and Door. Alpha, Kebig, Pavlicek, Camaletto. And they'll go down straight. Right, as headlights start to come on, as dust starts to turn in tonight. Just drops a wheel onto the dirt there. There's Bergsma. Bergsman's Binnersley, Mole, and Badcock. Oh, Paskin makes a mistake. He's onto the grass. Re-enters safely, but he's lost a couple of places there. So he goes behind the. Is it NSX? I think it was. Hussein Magyar's Honda. No, it's not an Alpha. It's a Honda. My God. Shows what I. Oh no, Bergsma. You don't often see that. Caught it on camera, Andre Bergsma. Wide. And onto the dirt. Manages to recover slightly though, but Andre Bergsma, uncharacteristic mistake. Got all the way back down to 20th position. Najiba climbing all over the back of him and not by the inside. Magyar looking as well. Up front though. Up front. Ralph Arella, you can see the lead. Already 2 seconds over Bulk. Back in third, Horvath, Door, Alpha, Kebig, Pavlicek and Camaletto. And Kilic just behind Fillingham. Jim Britton comes through 3 seconds. So the top 10 just starting to break away from Jim Britton there in 11th. And the top 5, or the top 4, yeah, top 5 really, are away from Kebig there in 6th. So it's a long race. Not many too many hard luck stories there at the start, which is good to see. Not many accidents come up as reported either. Which is good as well. Callum Morgan in chat. Welcome along, Callum. Nice to see you. A few other new names as well in the chat. Thanks for coming along, guys. Appreciate you watching. Race leader Ralph Arella, Team 77. Cracking start from him. Head of Bulk, Horvath and Door. Alpha just started to tag onto the back of David Door. They were pulling away from Sanyo Alpha, but He's managed to make this a 5-way battle now. You can see the gap back to Kebbage has grown slightly. And he's got, looks like Pavlicek behind him, pushing. It is Rene Pavlicek. Two liveries of the Paradigm Shift boys. Distinctly the same, but distinctly different as well. And it's just got the slightly more colourful car, whereas Jax is a little bit more subdued just behind. Pavlicek follows Kebbig down into turn 1. Lamborghini versus BMW. How could you mistake that BMW? Reminds me of one of those, is it James Bond film where they had that big ship that used to just swallow submarines and just open up at the front and just... Answers on a postcard if you remember the film, but I can remember the scene. That's how attractive that BMW is. Lovely from the back. Just obviously the guy at BMW had large nostrils from whatever substance. Yeah. Anyway, Kebbage 6, Pavlicek 7th, Camaletto following them there in 8th. Filling in just behind there, Lexus of Team 77 in 9th. Jan Kilic just hanging on to the back of Fillingham and those 10. So pulled away 3.5 seconds back to Jim Britton, who's there on his own and a race by himself in 11th. Crew Chief Megacorp's works team. Try and say that quickly. 11th, Binnersley teammate back there in 15th. In fact, that looks like a pretty decent battle to watch, doesn't it? These 4 back here, 5 back here. It's Andre Mol. Looks like he's got ahead of Stiller, so the TV tower on your left showing Mol behind Stiller, but Mol on track is ahead. It should sort itself out when they go through the next checkpoint. There we go. Mol jumps up to 13th. Let's try from Andre Mol. Very little practice. Hadn't signed for a team before. 2 hours before the race, I don't think. 3 hours before the race. Jumps into the M4. And he's rocking along quite nicely, thank you very much. McLaren of Binnersley back there having a few little weaves, I think it was. And he's managed to get past the Porsche of Giba there through turn 1. So Binnersley up to 15th, and Giba down to 16th, behind them Magyar and Paskin 17th and 18th. Paskin recovering after that first lap off through the S's. Lost a few spaces. Fisher Bergsma still trying to recover down there in 20th, struggling along in that Ferrari. Obviously Andre is one of the ones that is a bit ring rusty and feeling it as well by the looks of it. Oh! Pretty sure someone stole Andre Bergsman's body and put him in that Ferrari. That's very unlike Andre Bergsman. Line into the hairpin, it closed on him. In fact, it was never really open. Andre went for a move that wasn't really there. Come out the worst of that one. Go into Spoon now here as well. He's going to hang it off around the outside, try and hold on against the AMG. As it looks like, was that Dusan Magyar? So Magyar was sideways further back down there. Bergsman finds himself in a 4-way battle covered by a second. So all kicking off further down the field. Meanwhile up front, no surprise, Ralph Arella thunders on. 2.4 now ahead of Bolt and Horvath. There is Rob Horvath back there in third. Well, just starting to drop him now. And sitting about 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds off Arella. 2 seconds ahead of Horvath now. Bolt. There's Horvath, followed by Dor and Alpha. Those three together, and then behind them you can see the battle with Kevig, Pavlicek, Camaletto and Finningham fighting out for 6th position. Finningham just dropped Jan Kilic down there in 10th by 3 seconds as Finningham picks up the pace. Pavlicek goes a bit wide out of Spoon. Pulls it back though. Keeps the position, runs wide at the edge of Spoon as well. Be careful he doesn't pick up any time, otherwise the stewards will be looking at it. Kebbage goes through from Pavlicek and Camaletto. Let's have a look at Camaletto. A cockpit cam. There we go. From Camaletto's visor. Seems Pavlicek chase down Kevig in front. So going to turn 1. Behind him, Si Finningham pushing on as well. 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 just in shot together. Britain got down Badcock as well, fighting with him. 11th and 12th. Those two pretty much on their own. Britain some 5.5 seconds off the back of Jan Kilic now. Badcock 12th, Andre Mole 13th. He's got his old mate Benesi behind him. Great friends those two. And I'll be quite happy to sit behind Andre until opportunity presents itself. These two go through the hairpin. Bennesley. Just behind them you can see Neil Stiller. Got Ian Paskin's Ferrari. A couple of seconds behind him. Here is Paskin. TSR liveried Ferrari. Transatlantic Sim Racing, go and have a quick search for those guys. Nice group of guys you couldn't hope to meet. Say and join us Saturday at the Communities Collide Challenge. 6 communities all getting together in race room, racing the Audi TT Cup car around 3 different circuits. That's going to be a real challenge and look forward to that. TSR guys. Chiba there in 17th in the Porsche. And a pretty lonely race back there. As is Ladislav Toth back there. 6 seconds off the Chiba actually. 2 seconds ahead of not just Forsberg. Ian Fisher, there we go. It's better. Fisher goes through in 19th. Forsberg just behind in 20th. Seems to. He has got any issues with the hardware, he's making the most of it. Jazz up to 20th position. Back in the car for the first time today for some time. Good to see Jazz back doing his thing. Behind Forsberg, Thomas Stanek in the Camel AMG. Showing up on the replay. Let's just have a look at this one. This is his teammate there. Oh, and that Porsche just getting in late there. Yeah. So Timo Sis, fortunately, the victim of that one. He's got a nice big dent in the door there from the Presuming the Porsche there of Schillinger. Cody Schillinger just getting it wrong. So Rodriguez, I think in front there, just drops a wheel out, the centre races into the dirt. Have a look at that battle. Sakir and Travis Rodriguez wanting over 27th position back in the field. Plenty of action back there though, isn't there? Good racing all the way back from Forsberg back. As the McLaren there of Sakir goes wide, that's given Rodriguez the drive down through here, but the McLaren just seems to pull the pace out through there as they go down towards Spoon. This doesn't look like it's going to be a recipe for disaster, does it? The McLaren very quick. Oh no! Just got it wrong there on the edge of the first part of... Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Sakir ruins Timo Siss's race there. He smacks into the Mercedes coming back onto the track. Really bad entrance back onto the track from Sakir. I'm sure the stewards will want to have a look at that one at some point. The McLaren of Ayrton Torres goes through. Also had a few issues, but that's not great. That's not great. Not what we want to see. Back up the other end of the field. Rather more sedate. Ralph Arella. 3.5 seconds now. The gap between him and Bulk. Horvath keeping that gap to Bulk in second and third to 2 seconds. David Dorr, Arella and David Dorr and Alpha, not Arella, are close. Let's go have a look at that battle. Dorr looks like he's just pulled out a little bit more of a gap than previous, about a second now. Sanyo Alpha, the M4. Just down the straight, we get up to about 150 miles an hour, 260 kph, at 261 as he comes into T1. Throw 2 and out of there. See, sun completely gone now, starting to get dark, the track will start to get cool, so those people that have gone off with their tyres, the temperatures have been perfect for them, now might find a bit of an issue, as those that have pressured them for them to be slightly cooler conditions might start coming to their own, so expect positions to change. Some of the guys that have gone off like a... God, for a minute there, I thought someone was going to T-bone him. I've raced Suzuka before. I know there's a bridge and a tunnel. So yeah, tyres will start to play more of a part in the race now as they start to go through the temperature change as they go from day into night. And the guys only allowed 2 sets of tyres for the whole of the event, qualifying or practice qualifying and the race. So they've used the practice set up in qualifying, or used the best out of a set anyway. So one fresh set, which they may have put on the start of the race, or they may be on their qualifying tyres from then. So expect to see a few different pit stop strategies coming into play as well. Leads 3.6 over Bolt from Horvath, 2 seconds to Dorr. Second to Sanyo Alpha, you're watching in 5th. Camaletto has got part. In fact, where is Pavlicek's fallen back down to 10th? Instant for Pavlicek. Caminetto teammate takes 6 from Kebig in 7th. So I wonder if Kebig and Pavlicek had a coming together. Don't see anything on my... There's a few names down there. Obviously we see all most of them. A couple of Bergsmans, Fisher. But couldn't see Panic's name down there, so he's just slipped wide somewhere. Just lost some time, but whatever it is, Caminetto's made the best of it. He's got past Kebig there in 6th, so Caminetto up to 6th, Kebig 7th. Fillingham sat back, watch Jackson, he's moved up to 8th, Jan Kilic is 9th. And now Pavlicek's got Jim Britton, Dan Badcock, Andre Mol and Rick Binnersey for company. Those 5 all pretty much on the same piece of tarmac. He's got on board. Binnersey at the back of that train. 6.5 seconds to pass him behind him, so Binnersey's not going to really look in his rearview mirror here. Eyes firmly on Andre Mol as he follows Mol up through the field. Nice pick up there from Binnersey. This is McLaren, makes his way through there. That's a bit better. Clear dash on the McLaren, always like driving that, plenty of information. Some brakes on it as well there as well. So Andre Mol's had a few little nibbles on his rear bumper, a few scratches and scrapes on it there. They're away. All 5 of them. Front it's as you were, Arella, Bulk, Horvath, Dorr, Alpha, and obviously spoke Caminetto in 6th, Kebig 7th, Fillingham 8th, Jan Kilic 9th, and in this battle for Pavlicek, Britton, Bangkok, Mol and Binnesley, all for 10th position. Pavlicek tries to recover from whatever happened to him. The other crew chief Megacorp car, Jim Britton chasing down Pavlicek. There's a back marker just in front of them. Affects Andre Bergsma, you can see there in front of them in a gap of 9 seconds, and Jan Kilic. We're not so used to blue flags. He certainly knows how to deal with them. He's seen a few waves at the cars in front of him a few times, but now he's going to have to make way with this to not get there. Pavlicek runs wide out of Spoon. Jim Britton takes full advantage of that one. Pavlicek keeps 11th though, ahead of Badcock in 12th, Mol and Binnesley. Some very good friends in that battle back there. And they're going to go 3 wide down the straight here. Behind the TV tail on your left hand side. Let's get rid of that. So Jim Britton and Rick Binnesley have made it through fantastic there. Binnesley's gone right through the field there. Followed his teammate through. Pavlicek loses 2 spaces there, while Babcock and Mol wonder what happened at McLaren for that final part of the circuit. picking up 3 spaces and as many corners. And the crew chief team up now to 10th and 11th. Nice going from them too. You see team orders in play there. Jim making sure Rick stays right behind him. So Arella, Bulk, Horvath, Dorr, Alpha, that's as you were. Sonia Alpha really starting to push David Dorr now. As you can see. Well, a good exit out the chicane from the Bentley, down the straight. There goes Horvath through the bottom of your picture. By Dorr and Alpha. In the background, only Jack Camaletto on his own, up there in 6th position. Gap back to Fillingham in 7th. Kebig just behind him in 8th, with Jan Kilic keeping him honest there in 9th. And that gap back to Britton, Binnersley and the Pavlicek Badcock Mole bottle. The Mole battle we were watching. Paskin and Najib back there 15th, 16th. Toth, Forsberg, Stanek, Fisher. Ruud Dennis up to 21st. Nice driving from Ruud. Sam Cocaine back there in 22nd, and Nicholas Wicklander down there in 23rd in the NSX. Some new names, some old names. Great to see them all mixing it all together. Generally some very good racing so far. With 1 or 2 dodgy re-entries to the track. Camaletto all on his own in 6th position. Go back to that Dorr Alpha battle. Yeah, Najiba and Toth, yes, they're doing really well. Let's go and find one of them. There's Ladislav Toth there. Popping around for JJ Racing. And the Porsche. Teammate Najib, you can just see just ahead of him. In fact, he's just made his way there past that Dusan Magyar. Just moving over for him by the looks of it. NSX, I think it was. Yep, it was. So Najib and Toth there for JJ Racing, 15th and 16th. Thanks for following and watching the stream, guys. Appreciate your support. Pop a link in the chat. We'll go and have a look. If you've got any social media you want us to go and have a look at, please let us know. That's the gap Arella's got though, over Bulk. Down to 3.2, so Ralph just easing off on the pressure on the times. Just that through. Pavlicek and Badcock fella coming together. Let's go and have a look at that one. Or is that back at the chicane? Is this how Binnersley got through, I wonder? Oh, a little touch there. That's what slowed them down. And Binnersley carried loads of pace, obviously, off there down the straight, and that's how he picked up those 2 places. Got Mole before the chicane, so that's how Binnersley picked up those 3 places. And he's now broken team orders by the looks of it. He has. Jim will be hoping that the place is given back and that the team will be saying, Rick, Jim is faster than you. So they plough on towards the first pit stop. So just half an hour gone into the final hour of the race. Nobody yet to stop at the top 23. You can see there on the tower. If we look down to the others, still a Pavlicek. In fact, Pavlicek has stopped, so that's why he's in. And so far at the back, so Radek has stopped. First of the front runners to stop. Bergsman's also been here for his tyre set, so he'll be trying to make some time up with a clear track. Dusan Magyar we saw at the back has also stopped. So those 4, the only 4 to stop so far. Everyone ahead of them still to put into the pits for fuel and tyres. Back up front, Ralph Relly, you can see last lap round 2015, best of 2012, so actually pretty much on pace for Arella. It must just be that Cliff Bulk is putting some times in. 2013, last lap of 202, so still pulling the times out, the two front guys. Horvath not far behind in third. See there, 215 is his best, just dropped into 202s last time round. Bulk and Horvath. Door just behind him, you can see there in fourth. He's got Pavlicek just in front of him. Obviously about to be lapped, or has been lapped. Pavlicek running about the pace of Door, so he won't be wanting to get out of the way of David anytime soon, but he'll have to on the blue flags. Door just behind Door, Sanyo Alpha. 8-second gap then back to Camaletto, who's pulled out 4 on Fillingham, Kebig, Yalin Kilic, then Benazzi has obviously read his contract and has now dropped back behind Jim again. Obviously Lloyd's got involved very quickly there. And Rick has resumed his rightful spot behind Jim. Badcock though, you can see just behind them the Aston Martin, keeping them honest, KJ and Aston Martin. Mole just hanging on to the back of them as well. So Britton, Benazzi, Badcock, Mole. Obviously Pavlicek dropped out of that battle for his pit stop. Oh, Britton! Saves it, just. So easy to do that, you get on the gas too soon. Out of his chicane, over that slight right hand as you come out that final corner. So easy to run wide there. Who was it in the F1? Did that a couple of years ago, straight into the wall there. Jim, though, not suffering that same fate, managed to keep it together on the grass, didn't apply the power too heavily, kept it pointing in the same direction. And that's allowed teammate Binnersley and Dan Badcock through. Jim Britton slipped back to 12th behind Badcock, just ahead of Mole though. 7 seconds back into Paskin, Zebra and Tuth there from JJ Racing, Forsberg, Stanek, Ian Fisher, Rude, Dennis, Hunker Kane, Travis Rodriguez and Nicholas Wicklander still playing around. These four probably the best battle on track at the moment though. RRLeagues regulars. There's the Britton, Mole and Badcock. Mole and Badcock taking a couple of sabbaticals here and there, but let's see, nothing to dissuade the talent that's still there. He blasts with a sandblaster, the rust will be gone, if not gone already. So Binnersley really pushing on here now. Oh, I said famous commentator's last words. As he looks for the line into 130R and gets those tyres on the grass. Easily done and easily recovered from Rick, so well done to him. Binnersley, Badcock, Britton. All through there. Jim a little bit more circumspect this time out of that corner. Pushed too wide and drops in the slipstream of and Badcock, Andre Mole at the back of that four. Britton taking a wide line out of 2 there. Tyres too dirty on the marbles. Very difficult to recover from there. Jim missed a lot of apexes. Those tyres look like they're on their way out. Very quick in a straight line. But Jim giving those curbs a lot of respect, not risking the tyres over them. As he coasts into the hairpin, Mole on the brakes, slowed down enough that he had to actually get on the grass there. It was that cautious behind Britain. The gap back to Paskin now 8 seconds. So Mole in 13th, fine. Further up though, Arella still 4 seconds ahead of Bulk, who's got 3 seconds on Horvath, 4 seconds on Dorr and Sanyo Alpha. Still, in fact, Dorr is in the pits. The Dorr's in. Alpha goes through, so Alpha up to 4th. Dorr is going to drop down the field with him in the pits. Caminetto goes through as well, so Caminetto goes up to 5th. Filling him through. Pits comes one of the Camel AMGs. So filling him up to 6th. Kebig goes through there in 7th. Blue flags way for the Camel AMG. Lets him through. Nice going. Davidor still in the pits. Long stop, 30 seconds, tyres and fuel. Tough down in 15 goes through as well, so Dorr's going to go back to somewhere around 20th position here, I should think. Mind you, there's a big gap back to Forsberg there, as you can see. Dorr, so Dorr comes out now. Where is Forsberg on track? He's just going through. So Forsberg comes out ahead of Dorr. Fish is just crossing now, so Dorr's going to come out in 17th position. Right though, Arella just about to approach 130R, so 2/3 of the track ahead, Arella of Dorr. Comes into the chicane, 5 seconds on Cliff Bulk now. Arella really starting to put the hammer down. Just going to track the lap time as he crosses the line. 2:02.3 from Arella. Bulk crosses line, 2:02.8. So about half a second Cliff Bulk's losing to Arella here. Still good going. So intense racing team Cliff Bulk. Teammate David Dorr having made his pit stop down there in 16th place now. Horvath still continues there in 3rd. Again, you're doing a cracking job of holding on to the back of Bulk's Bentley. Signing Alpha there in 4th, having lost the windbreak that was David Dorr. He's now going to make his own way through the air. Scoops on that front of that BMW. Fortunately in black doesn't look quite as bad, does it? Scooping up. Plenty of cooling. Caminetto in 5th. Being held up there by one of the McLarens. Gets him through though, so Caminetto carries on in 5th. Behind them, Finningham goes through in 6th. You can see Kebig just behind him in that white BMW in 7th, so that's your 6th and 7th. Alan Kilic, haven't seen much of him today. There he is in 8th. The Lexus going along quite nicely. You know, he runs a little bit wide out of Spoon, or into Spoon rather. Covers though, gets that back going well, so Kilic continues. Bit of a gap then back to Binnersley, who's just coming through Spoon now. Dan Badcock right on his tail, keeping him honest. They've pulled 2 seconds on Britain after his few excursions onto the grass to do a bit of mowing. Britain down to 11th, Ian Paskin 12th. I'm guessing that means that Mole has pitted. He has. Andre Mole's been into the pits. Comes out ahead of Pavlicek by quite a distance. And into the pits comes Binnersley. Binnersley in. Badcock though goes through. Faces down Kilic. Nice driving here from Dan Badcock. Hasn't really put a foot wrong yet. Hey, Dog Brian. Jim Britton powers on in 9th, Paskin 10th. Bulk has been in and out of the pits. He's down 11th. How much traffic has he got in front of him? Not a lot, look at that. So Bulk has got a nice clear track ahead of him. Just looking at Paskin, where Paskin is, he's there, and Bulk all the way back there. So go through as he goes through the Degners rather, through Degner 1, last Degner 2. So it couldn't have worked that much better for Cliff Bulk traffic-wise. Plenty of clear air to make time after that stop. So nice work from his pit crew. Cliff Bulk out and 7 seconds ahead of Dorr. I think he's pulled a couple of seconds on David Dorr as well in the pits. So Bulk, Dorr, Binnersley have all stopped. Up front though, Arella yet to stop, Alpha yet to stop. As I said, in fact, Horvath must be in the pits as well, as he's dropping back through the field. Yep, there is Horvath. Camaletto also rolling down pit road as he rolls into the pits as well. 45 minutes in, so slap bang in the middle of the race. So they're all in. And then Kilic moves up to 5th. So Arella, Alpha Fillingham, Kilic, Janin Kilic. Badcock now moves up to 6th. Britain 7th. Those 7 yet to stop. Horvath the first of them to stop in 8th. Will he get out ahead of Cliff Bulk there? There is Horvath. Is that the Bentley of Bulk? It is, just coming down the pitch straight. So Horvath overcut really Bulk there. Had to work out if it was an undercut or an overcut. Bear with me. Overcut from Horvath puts him ahead of Cliff Bulk. So that's 5 or 6 seconds there Horvath's made up in the pit stops. See how important it is to practice those pit stops. I was watching Arella earlier do lap after lap after lap, literally out lap straight into the pits, slamming it on 50 mile an hour. I feel it's 50 kph pit lane speed limit, so much time to be lost in the pits, but also if you get it right, gain quite a lot as well. Arella, at least 7 or 8 times he went round and into the pits, so I expect Ralph to be bang on his marks when he drops. There he is, straight in, stops up on the jacks. Takes fuel. So Sanyo Alpha goes through to take the lead. Ahead. Must be the lap car behind him of Radek Pavlicek. So Alpha leads from Kevin. Janin Kilic in 3rd. Arella's out. It looks like he's rolling. He is. Where is Horvath? Let's go and find out where Rob Horvath is. He's just come up to the chicane, so it looks like Arella's nailed his pit stop. Had the famous Unreal Engine crash. Hang on me for a moment. Try and get this round again. As you watch Robert Horvath plough through. Did that work? Let's see. That's why it's gone a little bit jerky. Yep. Typical to happen just through the pit stops. Remember, Alpha, Kebbage, Jalin Kilic, Arella, Bulk, Horvath. In fact, Bulk's got ahead of Horvath by the looks of it. I wonder how that's happened. We missed that one. Thanks, Unreal Engine. Right, we're just going to do a quick reboot. Bear with us for a second, caller. And we'll get back into that in a second.
Green light, show them what you got.
Sorry, all the cameras load the place as it will be. There we go. Right. Let's get the broadcast. Let's see where we are. There we go. So Alpha still leads from Kebbage. Jalin Kilic is in the pits. So Paul got ahead of Horvath there. You might have seen it while I was wondering what to do. Switching windows and God knows what. But yeah, Bulk made it past Horvath. And has cut the lead to Arella to 2.5 seconds. So Cliff Bulk, on whatever tyres he's got on there, 201 flat, he is putting in some times here, and all of a sudden Arella has got a race on his hands. Just let us know if the stream's alright, guys. You're in chat watching. I think it's okay. Getting a few little jerks on the broadcasting tool here, but it seems to be okay now. Just a one in chat if it's okay. Speaking of ones, Sanyo Alpha. Coming down. Just his pit stop, it is. Dobs into the pits. On the brakes, up to the line. That was good. So Alpha into the pits. He's going to lose the lead to Kebbig. Kebbig just coming through the chicane. He goes through for yet another lap. So this time Kebbig will lead the race rather. And Kebbig goes through. I wonder how much fuel was in that cart. So Kebbig goes through. Alpha in the pits. Arella with Cliff Bulk really bearing down on him now. All of a sudden, Arella thought he'd dispatched that Bentley before the pit stops, but Cliff Bulk absolutely on it out of the pits. Arella with traffic ahead of him as well. Travis Rodriguez just in front of him, you can see there. Fighting over with Dusan Magyar back there for 21st position. Arella's been past a few back markers in his time. But right now, you won't want to see these two in front of him with Bulk absolutely racing down him. In fact, Rodriguez, great driving from him there. Moves over, lets Arella through. Just imagine he does. He'll let Bulk through as well on the run down towards the Degners. So through goes Magyar. Bulk's through past Rodriguez. Nice driving from Travis there. Magyar gets the blue flag. As you imagine, up to the hairpin, he'll let Arella through, and Bulk, he does. Nice driving from him as well there. Magyar lets the two leaders through to continue his fight with Rodriguez. Now Arella get away again. Kebig though, still going. Through the chicane, is he in the pits this time? He is. So Kebig relinquishes the lead of the race. Arella and Bulk just coming up to 130R to take the lead back. Horvath dropped back 9 seconds now behind Cliff, Bulk and Arella. So whatever happened to Horvath, they're out of the pits. Obviously got Bulk pulling away at a massive rate of knots. So now Alpha has managed to jump David Dorr up to 5th. In fact, what will be 4th when Kebig comes out of the pits as Arella goes through with Bulk. Kebig, you can see, still sat there on his marks, awaiting the service. But Arella, Bulk are through. Horvath, Alpha. Camaletto just crossing the line there in 6th. There is Kebig. He's just about to leave the pits now. Let's go to the helicam, see where he pops out with Camaletto. In fact, there goes Camaletto. Oh, it's a shame for the two back markers there. Just got caught as Alpha came out of the pitch trying to get out of his way. And Cy Finningham having to take some avoiding action there behind Green Porsche. Finningham losing precious time here on Kebig. There is Jack Camaletto. I wanted to see Cy Finningham. He'll be screaming in his VR headset for that Porsche to get out of his way. Blue flag's waving, as you can see. Now Mr. Porsche, if you can just move over, which he does, pushes Finningham onto the grass. Cy will be absolutely roasting right now. There'll be some North Yorkshire expletives coming out. In fact, and the Porsche goes off just to spite him. Anyway, that's one problem solved for Cy Finningham. But that's given Kebig a little bit of a run there. Julian Kebig already up to 130R. And he's given himself 3 or 4 seconds now on Cy Finningham. Just giving him that much of a breathing room. Hey Nige, how you doing, man? Good to see you in chat. Thanks all for watching. Good stuff. It's a 16 at the moment, people watching. Concurrent, although that's just dropped off now, I've said that. But thanks all for being along, much appreciated. Arella and Bulk, the gap now less than half a second. Let's go and watch that battle. This is Cliff Bulk's view of the metallic blue Lexus of Ralph Arella. These two some 10 seconds ahead of third place man Robert Horvath. Sonia Alpha has managed to cut the gap to him to 3 seconds now. Camaletto up to 5th, Dorr the loser in the pit stops, he's down to 6th. Kebig 7th, Finningham 8th. Jan Kilic is 9th, Binnessy 10th, Badcock 11th. Mole 12th, Jim Britton down to 13th. Again lost out at the pit stops. Paskin still 14th there behind him. Stiller, Pavlicek's made it back up to 16th. Toth, Stanek, Nijba, Magyar, Schillinger, Cocaine and Torres. Ayrton in 23rd in the McLaren. Oh, Ralph deep into the chicane. That's going to give Bulk a run down the straight. Arella's managed to get that Lexus moving again. Deep into the chicane there though, Ralph Arella. That is the gap to the lead, Arella from Bulk. Just half an hour to go, fueled and tyre to the end. Got a feeling these two will be at it for the next 31.5 minutes. They're pretty much on par in qualifying, and they're pretty much on par in the race. I was just about to say, it looks like none of them have made a mistake yet, but Bulk manages to go for the first part of Degner at 45 degrees, slides it through, drifts it through Degner 1, but gets it straight for the second Degner, and still manages to hang it back onto the back of that Lexus. So I'm driving there from Cliff Bulk. Although, a bit of a code mauve there, I think, halfway through that corner. Just settle back into a rhythm here, Cliff. He might have dropped half a second just to get his underwear sorted out, but that's all done again. A bit of adrenaline rush through, and now we're back to racing. You can see Bulk with the fastest lap of the race, just into the 2 minutes. So just into 2:01.0. So. See if he gets his chicane right this time. He does. Arella's much better this time. Bulk as well. Through they go to complete another lap. Arella, Bulk from Horvath. Alpha now catching Horvath as well. That gap just 1.7. There goes Sanyo Alpha, and you can see Horvath's blue and white Lamborghini ploughing down the straight just in front of him. That's the gap between third and fourth. Gap back then to Camaretto, having a nice quiet ride in fifth. He's got David Dorr bearing down him in sixth there, you can just see behind. Kebig back behind them, 5 seconds off them. Fillingham just losing a bit of time through the traffic. 4.8 off the back of Kebig. Alan Kilic now starting to bear down on Fillingham. Billingsley, Badcock, Mole, Britton. Those four have been at it pretty much all race. Paskin and Stiller. Pavlicek still back there in 16th, although bearing down on Stiller. Just going to have a look at Radek. Where is he? There, and there is Stiller just in front of him. Into the chicane. See the big wheel starting to be lit up now. Check down straight into T1. She's down through the gears. Really hanging on to the back of that BMW. To say it no way through, but has he done it? I think he might have done. Still not really expecting the Lamborghini to appear on his outside there, but it was. That's a nice move from Pavlicek if he can get it done. Still trying to hold it around the outside, but that's almost impossible. And that's a nice move from Radek. Pavlicek moves up to 15th place. Good driving from both of them, but slightly better driving from Pavlicek. It just slides wide through the first deck nut. Sorry, through the second deck nut. That's just allowed Stiller to have a move on him. But Pavlicek goes oh! Had to brake on the apex of the hairpin there, and still very aware to take avoiding action, not go straight into the back of the Lamborghini. But by hook or by crook, Pavlicek's made it past, and made the pass stick by the looks of it. Get it through Spoon straight, which he has done. So Stiller will continue that fight. Let's go back to the guys up front, as you were, Arella and Bulk. Some tension in those two cabins, let me tell you. Arella's been there all before, as you know, 8-time champion with RRLeagues. He's been under pressure like this before, but this is constant from Bulk. Improved immensely since our last GT3 Masters. Cliff Bulk had didn't have much luck in that last series, but certainly didn't have this pace. I don't need to tell Ralph that either. He'll be sick of the sight of that bent in his rear view mirror. The pace after the pit stop phase from Bulk. Oh, he just saves it on the outside of Spoon there. That could have been almost race ending. You don't want to get it wrong there and have it snap back on you. So Ralph Arella not really having many instances here. Cliff Bulk with pace, but with balls of steel as well. Arella and Bulk. Horvath third, Alpha fourth. In fact, Alpha's right on the back now of Horvath. Alpha with a lot fresher tyres. Remember, he was the last of the field to pit, so he'll have much fresher tyres for the rest of the race than Robert Horvath. He's really making it stick in that M4. Get back to 12 seconds of David Dorr, who's got past Camaletto. So Dorr up to 5th, Camaletto 6th. Kevin Derry 7th still. Gapstone to Fillingham. Jan Kilic in 9th. Binnessy still 10th from Badcock and Mole. Jim Britton. Haskin 14th. Pavlicek we saw move up to 15th from Stiller. Toth, Stanek, Ejba, Magyar, Schillinger, Cocaine and Ayrton Torres. Then up back there in 23rd. But fittingly, closest battle on track is between Arella and Bulk for the lead. Half a second. This is the second closest battle for 3rd and 4th between Horvath and Alpha. Oh, massive base in the stream. Nice to see you, man. Glad you found us. Welcome along. You've got 23 minutes to go. It's been an hour and a half race. Just into the last half an hour. Bulk and Arella fighting out up front. From Horvath and Alpha. Signing out Alpha's view of Robert Horvath's Lamborghini. Horvath. Alpha really putting him under pressure there. Might have just touched. If you see a snout impression on the back of his Lamborghini, that's what the M4's just left on the back of it. Horvath just eased off through the S's. To get right on the back of him. Now recovered though, up to the hairpin. And they go. front. There's Arella and Bulk still fighting it out for the lead, making their way through traffic. Just in front of Arella. Arella want to see that move out of the way before he goes through the S's. The flag's waving. But no, Arella's going to have to deal with it, going through 1 and 2 and up through the centre S's. MG moves out the way for the 2 leaders. Nice drive in there. Still, Bolt doesn't get any luck from the back markers. Still, Arella ploughs on in the lead. In control. Fair to say, Bolt pushing a little bit more than Arella. Oh, hard on the brakes from Bolt. You can see he's working the wheel of that Bentley so hard. Making it like an Elise the way he's chucking it around. 20 minutes to go. Pressure really starting to make its way. Pavlicek has got past Ladislav Toth. Toth 16th there. Pavlicek 15th. Stella Stanek. But JJ Racing Team back there in 19th. He's got his hands full by the looks of it. Thomas Stanek there with the Camel. In fact, they're going to battle it up the hill. BMW M4 looking a little bit battered there. Not sure if that was still up. I think it might have been, you know. It's the chicane. It's in Eshbart. Straight they go. Guys fighting it out for 17th. In fact, still has taken that battered BMW into the pits for repair, so he'll drop down the field. Meanwhile, up front, we've not missed anything. Arella and Bulk still close. Warvarth and Alpha still close. Just over half a second the gap between first and second, and third and fourth. Big gap then to Door in fifth. Camaletto's got a drive through. Oh, he'll be spitting feathers at that one. Camaletto is going to lose the best part of 25 seconds. He drives through the pits. That's going to put him back into the Billingham. In fact, it's going to put it back to Binnersley and Badcock battle. All very good friends, those three, so I'd be interested if it does throw him back just behind them. Camaletto put his foot down to make up for some time there. Obviously, track limits abuse. He's got in that drive through. Through the pit lane, he's going to lose to Kevig, he's going to lose to Yellen Kilic, probably going to lose out to Fillingham, so he will come out in that Binnersley Badcock Mole battle. Jim Britton now falling off the back of that, 12 seconds, in fact Mole 10 seconds off the back of Badcock, so Binnersley and Dan Badcock fights out between them. Ray Mole on his return to Assetto Corsa Competizione back in 12th, and in Britain after a few excursions back there in 13th. Binnersley flying the flag though for team crew chief. See if Camaletto comes in for his drive through this time. Lamborghini certainly seems to be flying. Camletto goes through again. Well, he's got a clear track to make some time, obviously. David Dorr just in front of him there. That Bulk still first and second, still 3/4 of a second between the two of them. Come up on traffic as well, so we'll keep an eye on that. North Alpha and Alpha, same with them. 12 seconds back behind that battle. Same battle goes on, but with no traffic by the looks of it ahead of them. Dorr, Camletto with his issues. Kebig, Jan Kilic, Finningham, Binnersley. Binnersley has had Dan Badcock snapping at his heels at most of the race. It's the same gap again between Binnersley and Badcock, about 3/4 of a second. Saw a battle earlier between Stanek and Nesbitt. That still rages. MG still fighting off the Porsche. TR. Chicane, oh, deep from the AMG driver. Stanek gets it wrong. This is Nisbet's chance. It's too quick there. Had to get out of it to ensure he didn't hit the AMG. And that's cost him the overtake. Stanek lives to fight another day. But I've murdered your name, Petter. I'm sorry. Send me a DM after the race in Discord and tell me how to pronounce it. I won't do it again, I promise. You can see further back in the field there. Forsberg, Ruud Dennis, Wicklander, Schillinger's in the pits. Berg's back there in 26th position. Who'd have thought that? Still after his BMW got repaired, 27th. Sakir back there in 28th. Fisher back there in 29th. 10 laps down. I think he's out the race. Let's have a look. Marked up. Timo Sis. Not had much luck. Got punted earlier on in the race, as you remember. Sitting there in the pits as well. So anyway. Go Arella and Bulk through. Half a second. Bulk just starting to reapply the pressure. He's taking a little bit of a couple of laps to just chill himself out a bit. Now he's going to get back on it behind Arella. It's a 1/4 of an hour to go. Can he force Ralph Arella into a mistake? No one's done it yet as far as I'm aware. We're about to see if Bulk can do it here. Alpha and Alpha, still as you were. Dorr, Janin Kilic, Kebich, Finningham, Binnersley, Badcock, and Camletto's come out behind Dan Badcock, some 7 seconds or so behind Badcock. That's really cost Camletto that drive through. He's down in 11th. Ahead of Moldo in 12th, Britton and Paskin 13th and 14th with Pavlicek. Toth, Stanek, Neshiba, Nehiziba. No Z in it. Nizhiba. Petter's in 18th. Dusan Magyar 19th. Sam Cocaine down there in 20th. TSR guys. Torres Forsberg and Ruud Dennis 23rd. Still rotating round. Those guys 2 laps down. 2 laps down from this battle. It seems like a very fast game of chess, this, doesn't it? And Bulk. See Cliff Bulk. I said, when you're making that Bentley, not seem half as big and bulky as it is. Well, up, making it like he's on his way to the golf course in that Lexus. No stress, no fuss. just with a very impatient Cliff Bulk behind him trying to get past. Check the catch Paskin back there, 14th position. There is Paskin. Have a check right behind him. Appreciate Ian and the TSR boys supporting the series. Thanks, guys. Have you along. Oh no! They both made it through just. Not sure who that was making his way back onto the track. There's been some dodgy re-entries to be sure so far. Front of the Lamborghini was twitching a little bit. We've had a few incidents and rushes with things. So it might start to flicker. Up front though. And Bolt still there. Sending out Alpha, I'll just get past this back marker, and they do. Alpha's really pushing Horvath now. Third. Final place on the podium up for grabs. Horvath goes nice and tight into the hairpin. It doesn't allow Alpha any room there. Same as what happened really early with Bergsma, if you remember. Allow that inside line up the inside. Out of the way to allow these two to continue to race. To the final 10 minutes. It's gone very quickly, I must admit. Red Bulk, Horvath Alpha. Doors in 5th. From Janin Kilic is up to 6th now. He's got past Kebig, 7th. So Kebig must have made a bit of an error. He's up to 8th, Badcock 9th, Finningham 10th. Camalet's obviously down to 11th after that drive-through, but he's right at the back of Finningham. Where's Finningham? Why is he down to 10th? Must have had a mistake there on Finningham. Must have dropped some time going wide somewhere. That Lexus looking slightly the worse for wear. Yep, it is. So Finningham's obviously had an off somewhere. Just dropped him down to 10th behind Benazir and Badcock. Camaletto's passed him as well. Through to see if we had a list of incidents. Didn't see a David Dawn name in there somewhere. Should see what happened there. Oh, car parked on the outside of one of the S's there. Some of the re-entries not great, I must admit. Needs to be worked on. Stewards will be busy with that, just letting everyone know. Bulk now into 2 minutes, fastest lap for Cliff Bulk. 2 minutes 8:12. That compares with Arella 2:01.2. Cliff Bulk certainly got the pace, but you can see the consistency, as always, of Ralph Arella. Just tells so many stories rather, and so many reasons why there's 8 stars on the side of that car. Ralph Arella. Gap to Bulk 2 seconds. That will come down again as Cliff Bulk starts to climb onto the back of him again. But Ralph Arella, as consistent as steel as always. Most times I'd shut up in case I gave the famous commentator's curse, but Ralph Arella is better than that. Arella from bulk. Alpha's got ahead of Horvath. Missed that one. So you're watching Arella and bulk. So expect Alpha to pull away. He's not put much wrong today either. Went long for that pit stop. There's that overtake. Oh, that's naughty. That's very naughty from Sanyo Alpha. So imagine the stewards will have something to say about that, and Alpha will lose that place if Horvath doesn't take it back. Horvath really just got to sit there now. Wait his turn, unless he's actually going to try for it. Not wait for the stewards to make the decision. On track. So chicane they go again. Very much a Prost and Senna incident, that one. Alpha turning into Horvath as he was on the inside. They managed to continue though. Horvath still fighting. Although I should imagine so that will be go to the stewards. Unfair pass. With 5 minutes to go. Box down to a second again with Arella. This battle between Alpha and Horvath raging on. Excuse me. Janin Kilic has just got past David Dorr down the straight. So Janin Kilic has had a fantastically quiet race, but he's up to 5th. In the mould of Ralph Arella, just not quite as quick, but certainly as consistent. Hardly put a foot wrong from what we've seen Janin Kilic, and he's made his way through the field, back up to 5th. Ahead of David Dorr and Kebig. Benazir's in 8th. Oh, look, an Unreal Engine's crashed again. Oh my God, with 4 minutes to go, can we do this really quickly? Hold on. Let's do this really, really quickly. See how quick we can do it. Right, that's done that. I need to get Unreal Engine running. Hang on a second. Get that going. Let's connect that. Let's try again. Sorry, guys. With 5 minutes to go.
Green light, green light. Go,
That's
go,
the
go.
end of the race. Go on. Where are we? There we go. Where has Cliff Bolt gone? He's back there, moving pretty slowly. What a time for Unreal Engine to crash. Fantastic. Cheers, guys. But whatever it was, I presume it was some kind of error into the chicane or through 130R. But that's killed the race. Ralph Arella 9 seconds now ahead of Bulk. Alpha in 3rd, just ahead of Horvath. Janin Kilic in 5th. Door 6, Kebig Binnersley, Badcock still behind Binnersley with a 2nd. Camaletto, Mole, Britton, Paskin, Pavlicek, Toth, Stanek, Nejba, Magyar, Fillingham down to 19th in the pits, obviously struggling with damage. After that big bang at the front, he's moving out the pits now. Cocaine up to 19th, right past him. Fillingham 20th. With Dennis, Wicklander and Bergsma. Managed to make it up to 23rd in the end, Andre Bergsma. Not having the best day. But whatever happened to Cliff Bulk, we'll never know. At least until after the race. Did look on edge pretty much all race though. Whereas Ralph Arella really didn't have any sweat apart from the fact he just mopped it up, didn't he? Has no pressure, the guy. Just soaks it up, squeezes it out, and waits for somebody else to make a mistake. That's been Ralph Arella's way for some time, since I've known him anyway, and he continues to do it. Plows on regardless, and on to the final lap he goes. And the final corner, one more lap. Another victory awaits Ralph Arella.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
So there's Arella. See if Bulk just coming through in the background there. See if we can hop on to the replay after the race. See if we can see what happened. Alpha and Horvath still battling. We know what happened between those two. Still battling out. I've got Discord chat sitting waiting in the background for when the race is over. After seeing some of the things I've seen today, I'm not sure I want to put it up, but we'll put it up anyway. I think we'll be hovering over the button to take it down. Guys, if you had a chance to like the video, despite all the interruptions and the crashes, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed and hit the notification bell, now's the time to do it, and then next time you won't miss when the stream kicks. You'll be there ready to watch. Ralph Arella just coming up past the back marker there. Up to 130R for the final time. Round he goes. Up to the chicane. Round one here at Suzuka. GT3 Masters series from RRLeagues. Had to be taken after a stunningly competent and brave and everything performance by Ralph Arella, everything we expect. Just soaks up pressure, fought off Cliff Bulk all the way through that race, comes home for the win. Bulk's going to come home second, fought all the way, almost all the way to the line. He's going to come home second. Just behind him, you can see Alpha and Horvath come home for third and fourth. Jan Kilic had a cracking race. Like I said, very quiet, kept his nose clean through pretty much all of it. Everyone around him was losing their heads. He kept his. He's going to come home in fifth. Nice racing from Jan Kilic. Good to have you on board, sir. Behind them you can just see David Dorr coming home for sixth. Kebbage is going to come home for seventh. Dan Badcock managed to get Binnersley by the looks of it. He's going to come home for eighth. Binnersley ninth. Great racing from Dan Badcock. Welcome back, sir. Cavaletto's going to come home for 10th. Rather unfortunate Cy Fillingham there, you can see. Ball's up on the outside. He's had his stuff done. Andre Mole, welcome back to RRLeagues, sir. He's going to cross the line in the 11th. Never really left us, but good to have you back. Just in the background there, see Jim Britton. Cross the line for the crew chief Megacorp. Once again, Unreal Engine has crashed again, so going to come home. Passing's going to be 13th. TSR, Pavlicek 14th. These guys are going to be a lap down. Toth, Stanek, Nesba, Magyar, Cocaine, Dennis Bergsma. Not Dennis Bergsma, Rude Dennis, Andre Bergsma. still at Wicklander, and obviously further down the field we've got the others. There we go. Congratulations, Ralph Arella. Commiserations to Cliff Bulk and Daniel Alpha and Robert Horvath will be taking it out the back with gloves after the race. And as I said, Jan Kilic had a fantastic race there. Come home in 5th from Dorkebbage Badcock. Who also had another fantastic race. Benazzi Caminetto, unfortunate with his drive-through. That probably would have put him ahead of Jan Kilic, I should imagine, for 5th, but that's cost him dear. Down to 10th. Alton Britain 11th and 12th. Paskin, Pavlicek, and so on. Right, let's go and pick up the Discord chat, shall we? Find. Here we go. So here we go. You can see Timo Siska already there, annoyed with what happened earlier. Don't blame him, it wasn't the best. Great race, and as Martin Kennans there says, some of the liveries there, fantastic to see. They were really, really impressive, especially under the lights as well at Suzuka. While we're just watching the chat, I'll try and get the replay up. Some of the and accidents as well from the race. Of course, because I've had all those crashes, we've missed a few. The bulk overtake. Let's see if we can get back to that one just before it crashed. See if that has what happened to Cliff Bulk there at the end. The Discord seems to stop what's going back to the replay. Just that so I can see the controls. Go, it was on pretty much down here, wasn't it? Let's find Cliff Bulk. Is that Arella? No, it's Fillingham. We'll get that. There's Arella, there's Bulk. Let's see if this is going to do it before it crashes. Here's Bulk. Let's go down to down through the chicane through 130R. It's good through there to the chicane. It's good. Go wide on the exit. No. Never know what happened to. Let's hope he didn't run into a back marker. I've just seen a back markers ahead. Do hope that's not what it was. So Arella gets stuck behind him. I've got a nasty feeling we saw that Porsche stuck 90 degrees on the track, didn't we? Arella, there's a few little flashes. Bulk right behind him. Oh, and it all got very messy. That's somebody hit that Porsche 90 degrees later on in the lap. And Arella and Bulk are going to take it into the hairpin. Bulk's going to make a move. About another 20 seconds before it crashes. Let's hope it's not going to be the one. Just for the race. Run out of time. Yeah, we are. Let's try the other replay. See if that had it on at the very start. I don't think it did. I think when we jumped to that replay, he was already behind. Last replay, there we go. The last 7 minutes. See you in chat. Give me a second. I'll see what we can do. Thanks, Timo, for dropping into the stream. Appreciate it, man. Arella. Just saw a bulk there, I think. Cliff bulk there, I think it is. Let's see if we can find out what happened there. So wide through 130R. Looks like there's a big accident there. And once again, a green Porsche. Oh wow. Well, that's not much you can say about that, is there? Car 110. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Not really what RRLeagues is about, I have to say. About 36 turns for it, see if I can find it. Escape from there quickly. Let's have a look. Sure. That's right. Fifth bulk, third, fourth, fifth. What happened there? It's a mistake. Oh no, that was the accident, wasn't it, with the aftermath of the Arella incident with that Porsche. Just hope that wasn't car 110. I'll find it now. Yeah, don't know what you want me to look at turn 3, but sure. Stewards are certainly going to be busy after this one, as it always seems to be the case these days in ACC. Anyway, let's get back to the Discord chat and see what's happening over there. Oh. I'll let you read all that as I'm reading it. Let's just pop in, but obviously I know Ralph doesn't like to talk very much. So now, see, so there's a Schillinger car, 10 and 110. Fisher, we saw him in the Porsche having an absolute night. He was the guy that took Cliff Bulk out. Greatest time of it. Yeah, Fisher. Schillinger. Aren't the stewards taking action to taking part any further? Well, there you go. Not the greatest end to the stream, really, is it? Anyway, let's get back to some positives, shall we? Here we go. And relax. Next Sunday, GTO races from RRLeagues around Brno in the Mustangs, the Audis, and the ZX 300s, 300 ZXs. That's better, 300 ZXs, isn't it? The big ones. I used to. Do you know what? I wouldn't mind, but I had to sit in one and get taken to work in it every day for a year. Fantastic, massive car, that 300 ZX. The T-bar at the top, fantastic. But anyway, I digress. Those three will all be racing around Brno next Sunday. We won't be streaming because I am racing or trying to race the Audi in that. So I won't be in now. But next Sunday we'll be back with round 2 of the GT3 Masters from Spa. Hopefully it'll be a little bit tighter than this one. We've got also, don't forget, the Coalition Cup on Thursday. Sorry, Saturday. Saturday Coalition Cup in the No, it is Thursday. God, do you know what? I've got so much going on. The TTRS is on Thursday evenings. I'll be racing that one as well. So no stream from me on that one. And then on Saturday, we've got the Community Challenge with the TSR guys, as guys from RWB as well chipping in. So it'll be a good old crack. Look forward to taking part in those and watching those and coming back and speaking to you all on Sunday. Week Sunday. Yes. It always happens. Get some new blood in. And there's a few growing pains. But in the end, Arella managed to get through all those pains. Arella wins race 1 here at Suzuka. Oh, God. Ralph Arella wins at Suzuka. Cliff Bolt, really unfortunate there at the end. He'll be taking second place after that unfortunate incident at the chicane with one of the back markers. And in third place, obviously, Sonia Alpha and Robert Horvath have got that to discuss over who got the last champagne. But all in all, a really good race to watch. We saw most of the action, I think. But yeah, great racing from everybody down the field in the main, right away through the midfield. Good to watch, good to see, and been a fantastic stream. Thank you guys for sticking along with us. Really appreciate it. As always, thanks for all the likes. Thanks for sticking with us. And we'll see you 2 weeks today for the next round at Spa. So have the rest of a good weekend, and we'll see you then. Take it easy, guys. Bye.